Today, I'm just going to share something that's been in my heart, uh, just pondering over the last week or so about, it's like you don't hear about hell anymore, and when I was growing up, it's like it was all you heard about, so and I think we've overcompensated for how much, we talked about hell in the past, where it was like we were scaring everybody into church, and I'm just speaking from my own personal experience. I don't know if every church was like that. That's just how I remember my church being, and remember, just the fear of hell. But so I think I'm gonna talk about this for the next couple days about hell, because people are still going there, so it is a place to be feared. And but there's some doctrines out there that say that there is no hell, and different things. So, but I wanted to start here with Proverbs 9 verses 10. It says, "The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom, and the knowledge of the holy is understanding." And that word fear right there is yura, which is to fear, morally reverence. But so it's a good fear, a healthy fear of the Lord, and it's a foundation. It says it's the beginning of wisdom. And I was talking to somebody the other day, and I was saying, it's like I don't. I have a healthy fear of God. I had a different type of fear of God before, as like where I felt like He was gonna punish me, but I don't have that type of fear anymore. But I still have a healthy fear of God that keeps me from just doing whatever I please and being like, oh, well, God doesn't care, or whatever, you know what I mean? So it's good to have a foundation of healthy fear that leads you to respect God and revere Him and reverence Him, and know that your life is not your own, and you can't just do whatever you please, but you have to do what's pleasing to Him, because He's God, and He really gave us life, and He really has the authority over us and we really have to do what He wants, but it's not burdensome. Fear is the beginning of wisdom, but the end of that wisdom is love. We might start out with a healthy fear of God that gets us to submit to Him and obey Him and seek Him, and not rebel against Him. But when we come to know Him and who He is, and He reveals Himself to us, it turns into love. But that love still has a healthy fear. Not a bad fear, a good fear, a fear a respect, because John says there is no fear in love, because perfect love casts out fear. Whoever fears is not made perfect in love. But it's not talking about like afraid of. Like, I'm not afraid of God in any way, but I do fear consequences of rebellion and sin if I was to willfully reject Him. So let's have wisdom to discern that, and know that there is a place for a healthy fear of God. But it doesn't mean that we're afraid of Him. It just means that we know better than to rebel against Him. And it's foundational for our faith, because it says right here, the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom, and knowledge of the holy is understanding. Amen.